Hi everyone, my name's Anita, I'm the Violet Stitcher, and this is Floss Tube number 40. I'm trying a little bit of a different setup here. As you can see, you've got a slightly different angle of my room, so the camera's in a slightly different position. I've got my microphone in a different place, I'm using a different light, so apologies if this goes all rather wrong. And I have to remember to look at the camera now, rather than looking at the computer, which is where you normally are. Right, okay, anyway, so it has been slightly longer than I wanted it to be, and that is because I was ill last weekend. Actually, I was ill for 2 weeks. We'll go into that a bit later on. Basically, depression is no fun, no fun. So yeah. Mental health was a bit of a downer, and so that is why I didn't get to film last weekend. But we're here now, so that's all good. And I have forgotten to turn the noises off. Let me just do that. There you go. That's one noise making off. Right. So onto some stitching. Oh my word! No, I definitely pressed quit there, so I don't understand how that happened. Okay, stop that, Lizzie. Stop messaging me. Right. Okay, she's stopped now. Cool. So, that's lost my train of thought. Right. So the nature of how I went about stitching, and because it's been a bit longer, means that basically this is a WIP parade minus 2, possibly 3 WIPs. Because I have touched absolutely everything between since I last saw you, I'm only going to show you projects that have over 200 stitches in them since I last saw you. Basically to just reduce the WIPs down a little bit. Because there'll be a shorter period to the next one that probably won't be quite as long. But no guarantees. So I'm not going to start with Winter in the Willows for a change because we have an unexpected finish. And let me show you what was my previous oldest WIP that I like to ignore. So this is, if you haven't seen my channel before, welcome. And to all returning viewers, thank you, welcome back. Please keep watching, I very much appreciate you. So this is a finish. Woo! This is We Can All Shine from Bothy. I think I have a Where You Last Saw Her. Let's have a look. You no longer just need to see what she will look like. There you go. That's what she looked like last time. And obviously completely finished now. Just move in front of the... yeah, microphone's in the wrong place. Right, I've learnt that. Hopefully you can still hear me. Yep. Let me just move that. So I washed it because she was getting a bit grubby, given the fact that I started her as somewhere probably 2018. And I did all the back stitching. Some of the back stitching is a bit odd, and I'm unclear what is going on. Oh, this is back to front. What is going on in her hand here, but you know, that's fine. And it's all finished. So yeah, she's done. Amazing. And I said I'd finish her this year, and I did. So I'm quite happy with that. And she will no doubt become, I think, a project bag. Or maybe a quilt, but that would mean saving up other... No, I mean, let's face it, she'll either sit in the tin or she'll become a project bag when I next need one. Okay, so that's that one. Now on to Wind in the Willows. Sorry, that was by Bothy Threads, and I used all the kit Floss, and I used and it's Ada. Bothy Ada. Right, so Wind in the Willows is let me show you what it hopefully will look like. This was a stitch along by Paine Free Crafts by Chris Dunn, and I think it was 2020. Let me check. 2022. Yes. Obviously, that sale has ended and I haven't finished yet because this is still a WIP. And but it's still available. You can still go and get it. Right, so this is where I was at last time. No cats in this photo. Sorry about that. Oh, I'm not in the right place, am I? There we go. So, oh yeah, it is a bit difficult seeing what you're seeing. And okay, I'm going to readjust this next time. Right, so yeah, so I was in the top right hand. Oh god, I'm in left from my right. It depends on which way you're looking at it, isn't it? Anyway, I was in the top right hand corner, finishing that off. I guess left hand on my side. And I also hadn't done the top square with black work. So now if I just move my chair a little bit, I will show you everything. Just take that off. Here it is. Oh, blimey, step back. Okay, hopefully you can still hear me. Yep, there we go. So, oh, how am I did this top, I'll come a bit closer, but I did this top one since you last saw it. And I have done, I think we were here-ish. And I've done all of this. And I only have this section here, and there's a little bit of brown that goes across the top before we're finished. Markup tells me that I should finish that by around the 18th of March, so I'm looking forward to that. The endless brown and blue has... I've had enough. I've had enough of that. Okay, let me come a bit closer and I will show you. So have a look at my black work square, first of all. There we go. Now, I quite like... I really like how that has come out, but I still don't enjoy black work. But it wasn't as awful as the last one. So I'm getting better. It's becoming more reasonable. So anyway, yeah. So this is the go to focus. There we go. This is the bit I have left to do. So just across the top here and this gap here. And it's a mixture of like 4 blues, sorry. And like I forget how many browns. There's a lot of browns in this. So yeah, and then I think we move on to, I think we do Ratty next, and he sits in this octagon. Yeah, it is an octagon. Yep, in this octagon here. So I'm actually looking forward to that because he is my favourite character. So that's what that's looking like at the moment. This is on 25 count Sparkle Snow by Zweigart, and this, it's mostly over 2. Little bits of the characters are over 1, and that is why it's so large. Most sensible people did it on 32 count or 28, and theirs is a lot more reasonable size. So now I have a sort of overflowing pile here, and so the rest of it is going to be in a randomish order. I do have some, so I have in total 21 projects to show you, and you've seen 2, and I have a few finishes as well, no FFOs and some starts. Speaking of starts, that appears to be what my first item is. So I had a new start on, when was it? I went to a retreat. Yes, that's right. I went to the Bee Stitchy retreat in Devon, which was great fun. I recommend it. Run by my friend Liz. And I had a new start. Let me see if I can find a picture of what it should look like. Holly. There we go. This is Holly by Nora Corbett, one of her, is it a Pixie? Something like that. Because it's a new start, I don't have a previous picture to show you. I'm trying to work out which way round this is. Yes, okay, right. So I started in the middle. I think it goes this way round. And this is as far as I got. Let's move that thread out of the way. So I started with a couple of friends, one of whom has sped through and has finished. Yeah, so well done, Rachel. Well done. And but I have only just started the berry bustle, her bountiful. I can't remember what other B words we were using. Anyway, her bountiful berry bustle, and I have begun that. And this is 1/1 on 25 count linen, and the linen is not the easiest. It's not the easiest fabric to do 1/1 on 25 count. Let me just see if I can get the. Take Holly off. There we go. Can you focus on that? Yeah. Not sure about that lighting. All right. Cool. Good. So yeah, I didn't get very far. I think that is about 500 stitches, and then I just stopped. And maybe I'll get round to the rest of it again later on in the year, but possibly not. We will see. I am using a bit of a random picking mechanism, which is why I've touched on so many different projects this time round. So that's her. Right, next one. Next one is one of my full coverages. This is Spirit of Flight by Josephine Wall. Let me just find. Here she is. There we go. That is what she will look like when she's finished. In my, oh, sorry about that. My lovely Josephine Wall fabric bag that I created. And last time I hadn't got very far. Started in the middle. There she is. That is her blue arm as she flies through the sky. This is from Heaven and Earth, and I'm not sure if it's still available actually. I haven't gone back to have a look, but I am enjoying this a lot. And we have got to, let me just fold this up. How many stitches did I put in this one? None this month, but 606 last month. That's not too bad. Okay, and we're here. So I've been filling in bottom up, and this feather is pretty much filled in now, as you can see. And yeah, more scattered as I move up. I think that's another feather, I'm pretty sure. Yeah. And then I'll probably move, once this page is done, looking ahead, I'm going to move, I think, towards her face, just to check that I'm happy with the detail, but I think I will be, because that feather's looking pretty good. So this is 1/1 25 count on Easy Guide. And this is my Agnes Little Minders very cute dragon, looking after my needle. Sit on zip over there. Where am I going to put the pile of things I've done? Yeah, this is well organised, well organised. I also have to keep an eye on the time, because I have... it's actually a nice day, and so I was going to cycle with my husband to the nearby pub and have a Sunday lunch. So that is my plan for the day, and then he's going to spend the rest of the day watching rugby, and I'll do a lot of stitching, or probably come back and finish this if I haven't managed to. Oh yes, sorry for all the gazips. Right, this one is another full coverage, and brain was stopping working there. This is Little Helpers. This is by Anne Stokes. It is a dragon piece. What a shocker. And I seem to remember putting quite a bit of this. No, none this month. Oh, another 600 and so stitches into this one. So this is what it looked like last time. I started in the centre again. Yep. And I have been, you see, I've already completed one page and I was working on the second page. And, oh, let me get that in. Oh, maybe over here. There we go. You can see that, yep, I've just been working up that second page, and it's not the most exciting page. We've got that tree coming in and a bit of the never-ending mantelpiece. Let me just turn this one off and you can just see it a bit closer. There we go. I do love his dragon face. It is the cutest. This, unfortunately, is no longer available. It was charted by Paine Free Crafts, and they tend to only keep their Anne Stokes patterns up for about a year. I haven't quite decided where I'm going to head next when I finish this page, which looks imminent, so I'm quite happy about that. I think I might head to the top left-hand corner and then work diagonally down, because I am not really looking forward to... There's a couple of pages this way that will be just brown, unfortunately. Those are the most boring pages. The rest of it looks like it's going to be interesting and have bits of dragon in and tree and ornaments and stuff. But unfortunately, there's about 2 pages here, possibly up, that are brown. But we'll deal with those when we get to them. It does mean the stitching will go faster. So yeah, that's that one. Very much enjoying this one. This is now this is a 2022 piece. So it's in my group of oldest patterns. So this is one of the ones that will get a little bit more work. Oh, more noises. Oh yeah, it's 10 o'clock. Okay, so that's that one. So you'll probably see that one quite a bit. Right, and here's another 2022 pattern. This is Fantasy Dragon, yet again by Anne Stokes. She's in a hoop. This is what she will... Oh, no, I don't have a picture. It's on the magazine. I have recently learned that I can get all World of Cross Stitch magazines for free, digitally, from my library. Ugh. I was very happy when I discovered that. So this is what it will look like when it's finished. Only obviously not quite like this, because this is the drawing that she went from. And this is what she looked like last time. What is this one called? Fantasy Dragon. I just said that, didn't I? Here we go. Right, okay, and let me just get her out the hoop. This is on a piece of 25 count something by Chromatic Alchemy. Still bitter. And this is what she looks like now. So I have been working on the wing here, coming down. And let me just move this one out of the way so you will focus better. There we go. So yeah, I've been working down here, these wings, and I've done a bit more of the back stitch as well, up here, as you can see. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with that. It's coming along. There's all manner, like all the greens in DMC, I think, are used in this pattern. But this has been getting a bit easier because there's a bit more block stitching down here, which is nice, and a bit less confetti mad. although the way the pattern has been drawn, the way the World of Cross Stitch does it is quite difficult to see what the symbols are underneath the back stitch lines. So that's a little infuriating, but I mean it's all green, so I'm sure I've made some mistakes, but hopefully it's not too bad. Okay. Oh, how many stitches did I do? I did. Let's have a look. Fantasy Dragon. I did 106 this month, and I've done 500 last month, so it's about 600 or so stitches in that one. Okay, another dragon. So this one is a Chatelaine, Chinese Dragon Gate. See, not garden, got it right. This is what it'll look like when it's finished, sort of. And this is where I was at last time. So I'd done both, two of the posts and the top. I'm not sure what the proper names are for these things. And a bit of the middle. And now I decided this time to... Oh, dragon's holding my needle. I decided to do a bit of the top decoration. So this is, I think this is just DMC here, and it has a bit of sparkle, petite brocade in there. I think it was supposed to be a Chromatic, but I've substituted pretty much everything. And a little bit of purple coming off here, and that's some satin 310 down that side. And I did some back stitching around here too. Oh, I hope you can't hear my stomach. it's a bit hungry. Yeah. So, love working on this. So pretty. I'm saving the dragon till last, I think. I think I will go off and do some more of these arches and maybe hit the border and do some of that. There's quite a lot to this pattern. It is deceptive. So that's going to take me some time. Oh, how many stitches did I do? I can't find it on my list. Oh, here we go. Nothing this month. 300. Oh, only 308. But this is over 2 on 28 count, so it looks a little bit more than it is. Okay. I hope that gets rolled again soon. Right, I'm going to have to start putting them on the floor now. Okay, next one in my lovely Susanna bag. Thank you very much. Although I'm going to change what I put in here when we start Kingfisher. So, ooh, I don't know why I'm taking out threads. I'm not going to stitch it. This is Dragon's a Field Guide by Climbing Goat. And it will look like this when it's finished at some point, years time. And this is where I was at last time, and I think I've put another 400 or so stitches into 300 stitches into this. So this is where we're at now. So I'm basically just trying to finish this dragon off. He now has legs. Well, 2 back legs and a tail. So that's cool. So we're moving forward to the head. Not much else to say on this. And this is on 25 count, 1/1 on some Chromatic Alchemy fabric, which there's no point telling you what that is anymore. And I feel it's going to say guns for some time. Because I want to stitch the dragons. Yeah. But I should do the border as I go. Otherwise, I'll never get it done. Okay. How are we doing for time? Oh, not bad. Right. Ah, yes. Another dragon. Magnificent Wizard. Magnificent Wizard is a Dimensions kit, which I got off eBay. than I paid amount of money for. But having watched, what are they called? Two Sisters. Is it Cross Stitch the Globe? And they did their most expensive kits, most expensive patterns. I feel so much better about what I spent. Mine would not even have got on the top 10 list at all. Right, so this is where I was at last time. A measly amount of stitches. And I have done... So I don't think I touched this one for months. Oh no, I started it in November, didn't I? So, okay, so not that long. I put 306 stitches into this. Since then, which way up is it supposed to be? It's a good question. I think it's this way up. Yes, it is. That's right. So, there we are. Oh my words, the black shows all the cat fur. I mean, she doesn't have that much fur, and yet she seems to shed it over this project a lot. Right, okay, cool. So this is this is the scale, the tummy of the dragon. And this is part of Wizard Fire. I saw there was some purple, so I went for it over there. and then we ran out. So this is on a paper pattern, so I'm having the extra fun of taking pictures, putting it in markup, and trying to work out where I am. There's also, obviously, it's dimensions. There's a lot of blends. I haven't got to the point where it's asked me to put like a million threads through the fabric yet. I'm sure that point will come. Oh, is that fabric doing a weird... Maybe it's the light. It looks like it's shimmering. Bizarre. I hope that's not making your eyes go funny. So yeah, that's where we're at. Don't know when that'll get called again. Look forward to it though. There's my Kaylee tent stitch bag. Look at the dragons. Look at that. Anyway, in this one is my Teresa Wensler. Now this one I hadn't touched for almost an entire year. So, yeah. And I had not, past me, had not left myself good instructions about what on earth we were doing with all the colours. Let me show you before I get too far. What's it called? The castle. Yeah. Have I put under the? I have. This is what it should look like when it's finished. I am changing this to be a purple dragon. Yeah, shocked. I know you are. And just to make it super more difficult for myself. But there were instructions that I found on, some instructions, sorry, on altering to purple. So I have been following that. This is where it was at last time. So I finally discovered where I'd written down what I'd been substituting, and so that was good and more useful. So I've written that down in a more permanent place now. So I'm not too worried about losing it. And this is where I'm at now. I decided to go for the rocks a bit more, not substituting any rock colours. How many stitches did I put in? Let's have a look. Oh, no. Calm down notion. Castle, I have put in, only 300 stitches. Okay, so let me hide that. So yeah, so I have been working down here with the rocks. These are all blends, of course they are. And it's not showing up very well. Yeah, I think I've got to change this light situation. The rocks are beautiful. You wouldn't think you'd say this about rocks, but yeah, stunning, stunning rocks. Well done, Teresa. So yeah, they're this greenish grey, so it's like there's moss on it, with and occasionally there's bits of purple. I don't know why, but I'm fine with that. So yeah, I've been moving into the rocks, and I'm hoping to just try and finish off the edge here, and then I can do a bit more of the back stitching, because I do not want to leave that to the end. There's quite a lot of it. So yeah, I think I'll move downwards into the rocks and do every so often do a bit of dragon for fun. when I remember what colours I'm trying to do. I have also changed these bottom, the belly of the dragon colours. These are now going to be blue. Haven't decided what the spine's going to be. That's for later me to make those decisions. Hopefully she'll be good at it. Yeah. So that's that one. Oh, onto my newest bag. Get showed off. This is what I won at the Bee Stitchy retreat. It has so many pockets. I love it. Look how many projects I can actually store in here. It's carries on. There's a whole page I haven't. Let me just show you again. Look, so there's 3 large ones. I'm not sure what. I presume if you were, not sure what I'm supposed to use that for. Everyone has any ideas? Let me know. I guess if I was crocheting, I could put some crochet hooks in there. Maybe scissors. Scissors. Yes, I should find some scissors and put them in there. Anyway, and then there's some smaller bags. Pockets, sorry. And some smaller pockets here. And another large one. So yeah, anyway, let's go through all these. I think I have stitched on all of them. So yeah, Dark Queen and Sea first. And this is what she will look like when she's finished. I'm having the boobs showing version, but we haven't got to that yet. So don't worry, no nudity here yet. Oh. Okay. So this is where she was at last time. She had 1 and a bit fish. And now she has 2 and a bit fish. Oh, I put so many stitches into this. And a bit of the seaweed here. Yeah. I do like stitching on this. It is 28 count over 2. And actually, it's quite nice. And it's a lovely stitch. It is. It's got a block stitching in it. It's easy on the eyes. Love it. How many stitches did I put in? Oh, no. You think I'd never used a computer before. Right. Oh, I did 355 this month. And last month, I did 548. So about 900 stitches. So yeah, she is looking better. I mean, there's still a huge way to go. I think it's 10%. Yeah, 10% now. So she's going to be hanging around for a while. I have decided, and let me just show you what she should look like. So you can see that her magic, I think it starts flowing off this fish here. Yeah, magic stuff that comes around her. It's charted in black, and I was thinking, that's a bit boring. Don't black magic. I suppose she is dark, but you know, I reckon I'm gonna change that to purple. If I remember to do that. I should write a note or something, shouldn't I? Anyway, I'm heading downwards mainly because of those lovely purple tentacles. I want to get onto doing that. And also because the further up I go, the more decisions I need to make. So we're going down, and I'm going to make that trident silver. So I need to make some decisions about what I'm changing there as well. But we'll get onto that later. That's a later problem, isn't it? I don't need to worry about that now. Yeah, so there we go. Let's turn that off. That's her. That is sorry, I didn't say today. That is Autumn Lane Stitchery. Something, I think that's it. Obviously still available. Go on their website. It's cheaper than their Etsy. Yeah, so that's that one. Next one we have is Sapphire Dragon. Sapphire Dragon should look like this. I started this with Lauren, Cross Stitch Bunny. Almost forgot your costume name there. Sorry, Lauren. Oh no, which way around is this? Yep, okay, got it. So this is the measly progress. We started last year, so I haven't been stitching on it very much. But I have done about 300 stitches since then, and now has a few more colours. This is the head. This will become, sorry, the head of the dragon here. Not quite sure which direction I'm heading in yet. Possibly the top left. But I think, I don't know. When I pick it up again, I just go, oh, well, let's just put some more purple in. See where it takes me. So the dragon, this is done with lots of blends, and some are 2 threads, some are 1. So the dragon part is 2 threads, and the background, which I've got into here, I don't know if you can tell, is 1 thread. Full cross, but 1 thread. So I've had to make a careful note on markup how many threads I should be using so I don't get muddled up. So yeah, this is also a very nice stitch. It's over 2, 28 count. I think it's fabric flare, something like ice. Oh, let me see if I can, let's see if I wrote that down. Did I? Oh, I didn't. Yep, nope, still didn't. Okay, sorry about that. Some kind of blue. I got it from Lakeside Needlecraft. No, I got it from Sew It All. Sorry, I got it from Sew It All, yeah. So here you go. So put that one away. Right, what should we do next? Oh, let's do this one. So, another Anne Stokes dragon. I do try and do as many of those as possible. What am I calling this one? This one is called Sky Queen, also from World of Cross Stitching magazine. This is what she'll, well, this is not what she'll look like. This is probably Anne Stokes's picture that the cross stitch was made from. Does look substantially different from this, I have realised. Anyway, this is where she was at last time. So you can't see here, but I had done the other wing, and this is the start of the second wing. And this is where I'm at now. And I have started putting in some back stitches. I have decided to do this over 1 on 25 count with some lovely Chromatic Alchemy fabric. Oh, look at those colours, very nice. Anyway, I'm stitching this with Nithya Daydream Stitching. I don't think she's finished yet. Haven't seen it for a while. Right, so yeah, I started some back stitching, and I think what's happened is because I'm doing this over 1 25 count, and it was recommended that you did it on a larger count, the back stitching is perhaps a little bit too dense. And it's come out looking, I mean, it's obviously like a dragon, because I decided to do the back stitching because I wanted a bit more, what's the word I want? Anyway, I wanted to be able to tell that there was a head there, rather than it was merging in with the wing when it was just cross stitches. So, and it has become a bit of a grumpy dragon, but that's fine. I'm fine with that because, do you know, I'm a little bit grumpy this year. So this is going to be my Grumpy 2025 dragon. And I might even get her finished. She is now at, I think, something like 70%. No, 69%. Yeah, there we go. But I've got to say, I put 500 stitches into her yesterday, and it was just this portion of her neck. There is so much confetti. Hence you can see all my park threads. So much confetti on this one. Not the wings here were easier, that was block stitching, but this bit I think they're trying to put a lot of detail in for the scales coming down the front. Anyway, yeah, and also there's quite a lot of back stitching here, and it was yet again, thanks World of Cross Stitching, difficult to tell what the symbols were underneath. So, yeah, that's where I'm at with that. But it will look lovely when it's done, and it will be my Grumpy 2025 dragon. Thanks, dragon. Get my feelings out in my stitching. Yeah. More onto that later. Right. So that's that one. Oh, that's my phrase, isn't it? So that's that one. I've got to stop saying it. Right. And right. I've got my granddaughter now copies me saying, right, Grandma. Yeah. Yeah. All right. So next one is not a dragon. This is Susanna's fault. We did a start along. She has long since finished. It looks lovely. This is Moths and the Moon by Tiny Modernist. You can still buy this. I decided that moths needed to be on a dark fabric. Oh, this is where I was at last time. 2.5 moths. Now I have 2 3/4 moths and a bit more background. So let me get that in a bit. Yeah, can't remember what these moths are. I will look them up again and see if I can put the oh dear words, put the names underneath. So yeah, this one's coming in, yet another orangey moth, and I am loving this. I don't know if I can. This border is beautiful. Can I show it properly? This light is not the best, is it? Right, apologies for the noise. Let me just move this light back. There we go. Oh, that's a bit better. Okay, cool. So yeah, I'm using a variegated purple thread from the Thread Pickers, which was in my stash and not the called for. So it's making this sort of subtle border effect, but yeah. I never really understood when people said that the border makes the piece, but this border does. It is beautiful. So I put another, I think it's been called again for today as well. So I might get around to stitching on this one. Where are we? Moths, where are you? I should put this in alphabetical order. Might be easier. I can't find it. Maybe I wasn't supposed to show this one. Oh well. Oh, I did. Yeah, no, I did slightly over 100 and. Oh, I've done about 300 stitches since you last saw it, so not a huge amount. Put that back. Three more in here. The next one is Quaternion Creations, and it's called Of Dragons and Apples. Oh, where have I put that? Ah, I clearly can't spell. I've put, right, okay, I will sort that out later. Right, so Of Dragons and Apples, this is what it will look like when it's finished. I am doing it on a darker fabric. Oh, that's a theme, isn't it? And this is where I was at last time. Started in the middle with Big Dragon. I think I've put another 500 or so stitches in, and Dragon is continuing. Doesn't she look lovely? She's now got a face. Oh, I'm so tempted to buy her book, Emerging Queendom. I have had it. Talking Dog Stitchery has it, and I've had it in my wish list basket. In, out. God. There is another dragon pattern in that book, because someone did a flick through. Can't remember who it was. I think I will buy it at some point. Anyway, onto this one. I haven't even finished this one. Yep, I think I've done, there's a little bit corner there of the wings to be done, and then we're on to the full body of the dragon. And there's a lot of, as you've saw, a lot of extra stuff to go there. This is 25 count 1/1. My favourite choice. I'm using variegated, very, very partially variegated blue. I don't think it's going to come up on camera. This is from Kaylee 10 Stitches. It's of a blue-black. Oh, maybe you can see. It is very close to 939. I don't think I have quite enough for the whole project, so I'm going to substitute some 939. The purple is 154. The next one getting through this, aren't we? What time is it? Oh, 10:30. Okay. How long have we been? So that's 44 minutes. Okay. No, we're not getting through this. We're going the rate I thought. So this is a modern folk embroidery. Here be dragons. This is what it should look like when it's finished. Make sure I get it right around. So I've started in the middle with that wing, and this is where it's at last time, not very far, and I have done not really sure. About 300 stitches again. Okay, so here it is now. This I am using black raspberry jam from Gentle Art, is it? Yes, Gentle Art. And on some purple fabric, 25 count, unnamed. I think this is a thread picker fabric. Words. Anyway, it is very subtly variegated. I don't know if you can tell that. The thread and the fabric, actually, yeah. So I'm doing a nice purple on purple. Yeah, I'm liking that. Okay, and the last one in this bag is the Reindeer Cottage Garden samplings. Oh, I don't have. Oh, do I? Let's have a look. Oh, no. Okay, I'll show you what it looks like. I mean, everyone already knows, don't they? Oh. It's a reindeer. There we go. That's what it should look like when it's finished. Happy reindeer dashing through the snow. And oh no, that's the bit I've done. That's not the bit. Oh, and this is what it looked last time. Reindeer had a backside and a tail, and now has more of a tummy. And I should probably work on something else, because at this rate I'm just going to have done the reindeer, and then I'll just have background to fill in. Not really sure how far I am along on this. Marker hasn't picked up all the... She's picked up more squares that it thinks I should be stitching than I should actually stitch. So not quite sure, but I don't think very far. And I think, yeah, how many stitches did I do on this? Did I say? Reindeer, I have done... about 300 stitches. I vaguely reckon that I'm 36% done. That sounds about right. Yeah. This is done 1/1 on some Chromatic Alchemy fabric. And the one I have, as you saw, already done the swans and the fox. I'm sure someone asked me, and I can't remember who it was. I think it might have been the high-heeled stitcher. I'm leaving one stitch between them, it turns out. I think that it was recommended 3, but I wanted a more blended look. So yeah, the trees blend in really nicely with 1 stitch gap, you can see. So I'm quite happy with that. I was looking at the other Cottage Garden samplings patterns I have, and I have 2 of spring, so I just need to buy the ferret. I don't like his yellow flowers though, so I might try and change those. And then I'm speaking like I'm going to finish this reindeer sometime soon. And then I expect the latest, because she's doing another year in the woods, I expect that will be too irresistible for me. I'll end up doing those instead, and we'll never get on to autumn or summer of this set. Okay, what have we got left to do? Oh, yeah, more dragons. So this is Mixed Berries, and it is by, no, I was going to say Anne Stokes, and it's not. This one is by Stanley Morrison, it says so on the top there. This is what it looked like when it's finished, but I have removed the background and started in the middle with that strawberry dragon. There he is, he, she, there they are. And this is where I'm at now. So I have been working on their wing over on this side. There's a lot of wing, so there's a lot of green going in here, and I think I did about, it's probably 300 stitches again, isn't it? Yes, it's just another 300 stitches, and I'm loving this. There is so much to this pattern. I'm barely through any of it. 9%, there we go. But I do love it. Ooh, cheeky little face. Yeah, so I'm going to work down that wing, see how much of that I can get going until I get confused by the ground. I still haven't decided whether I'm stitching the ground or not. One of those dragons is standing on a rock. It's going to look weird if I don't stitch that. So we'll be stitching that rock. I guess we'll make that decision later. But there are some bees and flowers, and I want to stitch all those. So I'll do that. One left. Have I not got something else to show you? Oh no, there are more. Oh, let's do those first. Okay, so, and I've got a new start. Where have I put that? Oh, it's over here. Okay, we're not done. We're not done. Right. Well, let's do this one. I've got it in front of me. Oh no, don't break the zip. Yeah, the zip is, see, dodgy bag that I made. The zip is a bit broken. Right, so this is another dragon pattern by Anne Stokes. And it is Dragons of the Sabbat. This is, it'll never look like this because I'll never finish it, but there we go. I'm started in the middle and I worked upwards to that blue dragon. And this is what it's looked like when last time you saw it. And I've probably done 300 stitches. Let's have a look. Yes, I have. So I decided this year would be the year of doing that top dragon. So that is what I have been working on. There we go. Ooh. You can't see very well because the lighting isn't great, but let me, if I put my hand behind, that might help a bit. Yes, very washed out. Move back further. That's better. There we go. So, yeah, so there are loads and loads of blues on that dragon, but I'm going to work on that one this year, which means I'll probably just, I'll be ignoring this. But that's the tail. You can see the tail is coming through here, sitting on top of this rune. Is rune the right word? I don't know. Morty will correct me, I'm sure. So yeah, this is on 25 count black even weave because I didn't want to stitch the background. I know a lot of other people are, but that was just too much black for me. Oh, got my hair. I'm shedding on this one, looks like. My hair. Makes a change. That's that one. We're like 1% through. Oh no, 2. Which it may well have rounded up though, I think. Oh, that's what's happened there. Okay, I lied at the start, didn't I? I do have a fully finish. So I haven't asked her, but hopefully she's okay with this. So I made a finish for my friend. And this was a Nora Corbett. It was a secret stitch because she watches my floss tube. So you didn't see me stitch on it. This is Nora Corbett's S Fairy, and I fully finished it, put some batting in, did a little cording, put some beads on. I did 1/125 count. You can see that it's the same fabric from Chromatic Alchemy as Sky Queen is on. That's all done. That's all that fabric gone. I love that fabric. Anyway, I think it looks pretty, and she did like it a lot, so that's cool. Very happy with that one. Then I have some more finishes, not fully finishes though. So I've been working my way through the Annie Beesy's. Oh, where is the book? Was here, but now it's underneath a whole pile. Here we go. So I've been working on my way through this with her beautiful ornaments. So I'm trying to do one a month, and I have, in fact, been managing it. So here is what the first one looks like. I've been doing this on 25 count navy Zweigart. 1/1. No. 20. Oh no, that's all wrong. Sorry. 28 count navy Zweigart over 2 to get a reasonable size stocking. And this is Partridge. I can't remember if I showed you this one. I can't remember if I showed you this one last. Had I finished it? I don't remember. Anyway, here it is again. Anyway, I've definitely put more beads in since you last saw it. So I've changed all the colours. And I'm using colours from Stash, mostly variegated ones. If you are interested in my colours, I can let you know, but some of them you cannot buy anymore. Especially this bluey purple. This is a crafty kitten, so you can't get that anymore. So that's that one. Oh, I did start showing you, didn't I? Because I remember saying that this is clearly a fantasy, because there are leaves and berries and a pear. That in winter, and that just does not happen. Besides, you don't get berries, leaves and a pear. That's not the same plant. Anyway, so I started and finished Turtle Doves. Have I finished that? Actually, now I look at it, there just seems to be something missing. Or maybe it's just because it'll look okay when I make it into a stocking. Have I done a sherry? Here it is finished. Oh no, it's not. No, it is finished. Okay, cool. So that's fine. So yeah, I've made some mistakes on this one, but never mind. I think this here was not meant to have moss or whatever's going on this one. That was meant to be a variegated branch. Oops, put the wrong stitch in there. Can't be bothered to go back and change it. That's just how it is now. So 2 turtle doves, all done with the beads. Can you tell the beads? Yes, you can. Happy with that one, and we might as well move on to my WIP in that case, which is 3 French hens, which I started in the Bristol Stitchy Day, which was very lovely. This is where I'm at. So you can see that I have 2 and some legs, French hens. I decided my French hens obviously would be bluey purple, because why not? It's my fantasy. And I've done the branches at the bottom, and I've started the branches at the top. And no beads in that yet. So that's how that's looking. That away. This is my flosses. This one is the one I'm using for the berries. This is Roxy Floss Hippie. Beautiful. Love it. Yeah. Put those away carefully. Don't want to lose them. That would be a nightmare. Right, that's that. Okay, yes, my final new start, and I put it in the wrong place. So this I'm stitching for another friend. She doesn't watch my floss tube. I'm pretty sure, I'm pretty sure she doesn't. Anyway, this is another Nora Corbett fairy. Do I have a picture of what it could have looked like? Here we go. Yeah, right, okay. So this is what it could have looked like. I am using a different fabric and just using thread some stash, but it is approximately similar-ish. So this is where I'm at, and I am hating this. I am hating stitching this because of the fabric. The fabric is linen, and I'm stitching 1 over 1, and I think it's because I'm using specialty threads like Gentle Arts and Classic Colourworks. I don't know if they're slightly thinner than normal DMC, but it's just making my stitches look messy. And I'm not liking it at all. But I have persevered. I was a little bit worried that this blue here for the K doesn't stand out, but it's okay because it's okay. Joke there. Because the surrounding bits stand out more, so that's fine. And the more I do of her tail, the more I like it, so that's okay. So I am getting to like it more, but I hate this fabric. I am not buying this again. I'm not going to say where I got it from because, you know, it's personal preference. But I'm finding that stitching on 25 count linen is doing my head in. And I don't know if this is Zweigart or not. Possibly it's not. Maybe that's why I'm hating it. Anyway, there's a lot of sparkle in this mermaid. So she's got, these are actually 2 different sparkles. One is leftover Krennic I had, and one is Petite Treasure Braid Ice Blue. I'm not sure you can tell. It's very subtly different. But yeah, so I started this when I was ill. I think this is also the mistake I made. I started this when I was ill, and I chose all the colours while I was ill. And then the next day, when I was feeling a little bit better, I looked at those colours and went, well, they're no good. Why did I choose those? They're all going to blend into the background. You'll never see it. So I had to change. I've been having to change my mind as I go. Much more than usual. So yeah, that's annoyed me. I'll be glad to have this done. I think that's why I'm trying to speed through it. I'm 60% done now or something. And it's going to be done by the end of the month in record time, I reckon. Her birthday's not till June, so I've got plenty of time. But I've got someone else's to stitch before then. Anyway, I am liking the hair. The hair is lovely. That's Katie Tent Stitch Fudge. Thank you very much. It's a lovely variegation. And yeah, it's very nice. So I'm liking that. And the individual colours are like, I mean, this is Island, I think it's Island Blue by someone. Classic Colourworks, maybe. And that is a nice blue. I need to change her bikini. That is a wrong colour. No, you can't. Yes. Anyway, it'll be fine. It'll be fine. Just need to keep going. Is that everything? Yes, I have a little bit of haul because, yeah, I still wasn't feeling 100% at the Bristol Stitchy Day. My brain wasn't quite braining properly, so I indulged it and bought some stuff. Let me show you. I can just reach over here. Oh, and drop everything off the floor. There we go. That's not what I wanted. Get rid of that. Oh, right, yes. So someone was destashing. Oh, Jess. There we go. Oh, just hide the. I don't know why I'm hiding the price, but there we go. I'm hiding a name. Jess was destashing Olivia. Name. The Forest Witch. And I saw someone stitching her, and she looked amazing. So now that increases the stash of Bella Philippinas that I've not started. I started a single one, not a single one. Anyway, Megan was there, Coffee Craft Fabrics, yep. And Sarah and I bought this one. It's a biscuit nest. Oh, Crossed Wing makes, I think there are 3 of these, all different sizes depending on the size of the bird. It's beautiful. I'm going to, my plan is to start and finish this year. I have already found a very boring, I think it calls for 28 count. Oh, I can't tell now. I think it was 28 count when I had a look. So I found the most boring piece of 28 count that I've got. So I can stitch over the top of that because it's all full coverage. So you do the front and you do the back of the nest. Put together like a biscornu, but it's a biscuit nest. Love it. And then obviously I'm going to do this one as well. It is so cute. I love it. And also, I decided to, I thought that was a bit different. I decided to get this one as well, which is also a bit different. See, neither of these are dragons. Yeah, see, I can stitch other stuff. So this is Animal Cracker series, Miss Hazel, and it is it's not a rabbit, which I originally thought it was. It is a squirrel. And she has a little heart for some reason. And you are supposed to, you make it into a scissor holder. Yeah. Oh, how are we doing for time? Oh, not too bad. Okay, we can wrap this up in 10 minutes. But I'm probably going to do it. It's 36 count over 2. I'm going to do this 25 count over 1, I think. She's going to be dinky and very cute. So I've kitted her up. It's all done in Weeks Dye Works. I don't have very many weeks. I think I only had 2 of the called for. Yeah. So I'm going to use those, and then I'm going to substitute the rest. I've got enough stash. Don't need that. Buy more thread, do I? So that's look in my charity shop project bag. I don't know who Kendall is. I know who Kylie is, but anyway, it's furry. It's furry on the back, which is lovely. So makes a good project bag. For about £2. So that is everything. So a bit into life, and I know this is it shouldn't be controversial. Anyway, I'm probably going to lose a whole load of subscribers for saying this, but so I was going to go to the words. Right, hang on. I was going to go to the Chatelaine retreat in America this year, in a couple of months, and I have decided not to. I've cancelled my place. I haven't booked any plane tickets anymore, and the main reason that I am not going is because Trump is president, and he stands for everything I don't. I cannot condone any of it, anything he says, no. So I'm partially going because I don't feel safe going to America. It doesn't feel like a safe place to be anymore. I mean, clearly I'm a minority race. I am not Trump's favoured demographic in any way. And so it's similar to what happened here in the UK when Brexit happened. So a lot of people felt empowered to act on all those racist feelings that they had because they felt justified because of the vote that had happened. Now, I know not everyone who voted for Brexit was racist, but those that were felt that was the reason that the vote had happened, and so that the country was behind them, and so that they could go ahead and do all those things that they wanted to do in their heads against the people that they hated. And if you look it up, hate crime rose by a huge amount after that Brexit vote. And there's no doubt in my mind that is what is happening in America as well. hate crime will have like soared. And my anxiety was just too much for that. And I also feel awful for those people in America who, well, I should have put a trigger warning on this, shouldn't I? Sorry. I feel awful for those people in America who are targeted by the current presidency. My heart goes out to you. And so I don't want my money to be spent in America anymore, really. I'm trying not to buy things on Amazon. Obviously, I was never going to buy a Tesla anyway, but it's like, yeah, won't be spending my money anywhere that Elon can get it. Yeah. So those are my thoughts. I have recently discovered that some, and it is vaguely cross-stitch relating. It is affecting my decisions to go on retreats abroad. So that is why I've said it here. And also I think I don't want to be quiet about it anymore. I know this isn't a place for politics. Well, some people say it's not a place for... I'm rambling. Some people say it's not a place for politics, but this is my floss tube and I get to do what I want. If you don't like it, you don't have to watch me. Please don't leave hateful comments because I'm not interested. I did discover that a floss tuber that I watch regularly supported Trump, and that really shocked me. Because you think you know someone. I mean, obviously you don't know someone. You think you know someone. You watch them regularly. You think, oh, okay, clearly they share my values and everything like that. But no. So that was a shocker. So obviously I don't watch them anymore. So yeah, anyway, sorry. And the reason I'm saying this, and it does relate to how I was ill. So I was ill physically for a week. Sore throat, sinus infection. I always get a sinus infection. My sinuses are stupidly small and always get infected. And because I think it was winter, because of the state of the world, I was kind of fixated on the news. My mental health took a plummet the week after. So that wasn't good. I've had to limit my news watching to, if you're in the UK, I now limit my news input to the news quiz. Have I got news for you? And what else was I watching? I was listening to something on Radio 4 the other day, the Naked News or something. I mean, yeah, obviously not the clothes off kind because it's on the radio and you can't tell anyway. So I was listening to that. And, you know, so I have now got a slightly warped view of what's going on in the world. But at least now I can smile at it. Or cry. It's better than crying. Yeah, so anyway, I might cut this bit out. We'll see later. Thanks very much for getting to the end. Sorry if you didn't want any politics with your cross stitch. That's fine. I've left it till the end, so you didn't have to watch it if you didn't want to. Right, thank you very much, and I will see you at the end of the month. Cheers, bye.